Good morning students. Today I am going to explain you second PUC Business Studies chapter number 1, that is Nature and Significance of Management. In this chapter the contents are meaning and definition of management, features or characteristics of management, levels of management, importance of management, objectives of management, functions of management, meaning and definition of coordination, characteristics of coordination, and the last topic in the first chapter, that is importance of management. And we should know that what is the weightage or what is the marks we can expect from the chapter number 1. Totally we can expect 11 marks. How we can allocate this 11 marks? 1 marks question is 1, 2 marks question is 1, 8 marks question is 1, and plus practical oriented question. Today we are going to learning only the two topic or two content, that is meaning and definition of management, and one more topic, features or characteristics of management. Let us start with the meaning of management. Management is a process of getting things done through others to achieve organizational goal effectively and efficiently. Here, if you observe in the meaning of management, it is a process and the work you are getting from the others to achieve that organizational goal effectively and efficiently. Management is a process. In this process, we have that 5 process or 5 function or 5 steps. What are that? Number 1 is planning, number 2 is organizing, number 3 is staffing, number 4 is directing, number 5 is controlling. With using of all the 5 function or 5 process or 5 steps, we are getting the things or work from the others. Here the manager will get the work from the employees or workers in an organization. With this only they can achieve that organizational goal effectively and efficiently. It is called meaning of management. This you can expect for 1 marks or 2 marks for the examination. Next we have that definition of management. If they ask for definition of management in an examination, you should supposed to write that author name plus what that author they have defined according to them, that is management. Here this definition has given by Arald Kuhns and Hans Werich. He has defined according to him what is management. Management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. That means management is a process. Already I have explained. In this process we have that 5 function. This all that 5 function we have to systematically we have to design in an organization, or also we have to maintain an environment in the business or in management. And in an organization we are seeing that n number of employees or n number of people they are working in an organization. They should not supposed to work individually. They have to work as in a group or in a team. If they work in a team efficiently, they can easily achieve that organizational goal, or they can easily achieve that particular selected aim. How that selected aim? Even the group they are working in the different department, the different department, they are going to setting the different goals. Take it as a best example. Suppose the employees are the particular group, they are working in a team in a sales department. They are going to focus to achieve only selected aim. That is, they are going to focus to achieve their departmental goals. That is, sales department goal. They are not supposed to focus in a other department. That is only your selected aims is nothing but the different groups, they have that different selected aim in different department. They have to work properly, effectively, efficiently to achieve this selected aim. It is called definition of management according to Harold Kuhns and Hans Werich. In meaning of management, we have that word of effectively and efficiently. Here, what is that effectively or efficiently? That is efficiency and effectiveness. This you can expect for 1 marks in the examination. What is efficiency? Efficiency means doing the task correctly with minimum cost. That means here, if you are taking any activity or if you are taking any work in an organization, here you have to observe the speed and should be maintain that quality, and here we have to take a minimum cost. The best example in an organization, that is example ABC company, at the time of festival they should supposed to give a sweets to an employees, but they have forgot it. The 4 people, they are going to purchasing the sweets from the market. Namely, A employee is going by walk to get the sweets in the market. B employee, he had the bike. From that bike only he is supposed to go and get the sweet. C employee, he have the car. In car only the employee should go and purchase the sweets. And 4th employee, he have the bicycle. The 4th employee should go for bicycle only purchase the sweets. Here, which employee will save the cost, which employee is taking a minimum cost? Yes, correct answer is D employee, bicycle. Rest of them, they have taken that more cost and even if the time also. That is the reason efficiency is focused on doing the task correctly. You have to work properly with taking of minimum cost. It is called efficiency. Coming to that effectiveness, effectiveness means doing the right task, completing activities and achieving goals. In effectiveness, you have to focus to only to achieving of the goals and to complete of activities. In effectiveness, you are not supposed to concentrate on the cost. Here, only concentrating to complete the activities and achieving of goal. It is called effectiveness. The efficiency and effectiveness, it is like a one coin, two faces. If there is no efficiency, there is no effectiveness. There is no effectiveness, there is no efficiency. This both are very important to the management. And next topic, we have that features or characteristics of management. This you can expect for 8 marks. In the examination, you have to supposed to write or present for this question. First, you should supposed to write that introduction. After that, explanation, that is 1 by 1 point with explanation, and finally you should supposed to write that conclusion. Here, that first point, management is goal oriented process. For every organization, when they want to establish they should have a certain goals. This goal should be simple and clear stated. Different organization having a different goals. That means we have that different organization. It does not matter small or a big organization or a private sector or a public sector or a service sector or manufacturing sector. All that organization should have a goal. This goal is based on the depending upon its nature of the business, and also the organization they are focusing to achieve this goal. This goal should be very simple and clear, should be stated. It is called management is goal oriented process. And second one, management is all pervasive. Here pervasive is nothing but it is present. That means the management, it is presented in everywhere. It is universal applicable. This management word, it is not only limited or it is not only exist in the business. It is presented in the everywhere. Even the student has to manage in a school. The doctor has to manage in a hospital. The mother has to manage or she has to perform various activities at home. The politicians has to manage in a political party or they have to manage the country. See that this management word, it is not only limited or it is not only presented in the business. It is applicable universally, like economical, social, technological, religious, or even if that charitable, etc. It is called management is all pervasive. And point number 3, we have that management is multi-dimensional. We have the 3 dimension: management of work, management of people, management of operation. Here management has a 3 dimension. First one, management of work. All that organization, they have to perform or they have to work some work. In factory, the product has to manufacture. The garment store has to customer needs is satisfied. The hospital, the patient has to treat it. That means even if that they have the different organization or different business, if they want to achieve their goal, they have to perform some work. Here I have given an example. If that suppose the garment store, if they want to earn the profit, they have to offer the product to the customer. That means the organization has to perform some work. This work we can convert as a goal to achieve it. Understood? Even the hospital has to give the treatment to the patient. With giving of the treatment to the patient, the hospital they can achieve that their organizational goal. Understood? It is called management of work. Next one, we have management of people. Management of people is nothing but in simple, the management has to get the work done through with others. It is called management of people. Here the best example, in an organization, the manager has to get the work from the employees or workers. It is called management of people. Next one, we have management of operation. No matter what that organization, but all that organization responsibility or all the organization, the main duty is to provide the goods and services to the customer, because of the organization or a business has to survive for a long period of time in the market. Understood? It is called management of operation. If they want to offer the product, they have to use the technology raw material. That means they have to convert the raw material into finished goods. After itself only the organization they are able to offer the product to the customer. It is called management of operation. Next one, we have fourth characteristics. Management is a continuous process. The management consists of 5 functions, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. This all that 5 function, it is a very important to the organization, and all that 5 function, it is a interdependent or interconnected function, and this function will continue that up to that organization exists. When that organization closed, this function will also be closed and this function will not be performed. It is called management is a continuous process. And next one, management is a group activity. In an organization, you can see that n number of people they are working, and also they have the different needs and purpose. That means here the individual they have to work in a group, they have to achieve that organizational goal. It is called management is a group activity. And sixth one, management is a dynamic function. The business environment, it keeps on changing. We cannot expect the environment will be as a same or a constant. It keeps on changing. So the management has to adjust for the changing environment. If they suppose they have the changes in the technology, the organization has to change or they have to modify in the production department. If suppose they have the changes in the market, if they have said simply they have that a margin of profit the organization has to supposed to lose. So that is the reason when that environment is changing, the management has also to be adjust for the changing environment. Understood? It is called management is a dynamic function. And last one, management is an intangible force. Here tangible means we can see, we can touch, we can feel. Intangible, we cannot see, we cannot touch, but we can feel. The management also intangible force. We cannot see, but it is presence. How it is presence? By increases in the sales, by increases in the number of employees, by increases in the number of products, even if that growth and expansion, etc. Through this, we can felt the management is a intangible force. Finally, the conclusion for this characteristics or features of management, you can write it. All the characteristics of management, it is important to achieve that predetermined goal or to achieve that organizational goal. With your writing this, all the introduction, explanation and conclusion, you will get 8 marks in the examination. In the next class, I am going to explain you objectives of management.